Hey everybody. One thing about these stalkers and these individuals using these electronics, like the Ferguson family, Susan Ray Ferguson, out of Kansas up there, I caught hacking my computer. Avlar, Pablo, and I can't think of the punk's name. Uh, Avlar. I got Sebastian Avlar living right behind me with Linda Herrera, which is part of the Elliott family. My point here, right fast though, is like the Fergusons connect to the Davison. Scott Davison got two homes in my neighborhood right after we moved into this neighborhood. Got one down here on Royal Crest on the east end. Got one on the western end of Arnold Drive. Scott Davison. Scott Davison Family Trust over on Arkansas in Arlington, like 2200 block or something like that. But they have their roots, their family history online. You can check out where they worked, what their families did. James Ferguson, supposed to be a top-notch homicide investigator. Worked for the FBI. Families from East Texas, Southwest Arkansas area, Lamar County and Conway County, Arkansas. And some of them are actually inbred, I do feel like. Searcy, Arkansas is where Raymond Ferguson had a home. But they connect to my ex-wife's family, by the way. The reason for my harassment, my divorce, revenge. In the past, I've found numbers that I've tracked down in my phone. When we had a landline here, I called and got the record sent to me. Comes back to East Texas law enforcement on my phone having a conversation with somebody here at the house for about 18 minutes. Ray Ferguson or Susan Ferguson's number comes up. 22-minute conversation more than one time. Sheree Johnson, her number shows up calling the landline here at the house several times, over and over. I catch Jack Lemons. My phone goes crazy one day, and I punched the redial number, and I walked outside. Balquez over here, which apparently his family is sheriff's department over in Dallas, is why they didn't go to jail for all that dope. He's hanging out front with narcotics agent Lemons. And I pushed the phone, and I'm hearing it ring. I mean, I'm not even looking at it. I got the phone, down by my side, standing out there in the front yard, looking over at the cops standing in front of Balquez's house. They're all in plain clothes, but they're all narcotics cops. And all four of them look down at their phones, and Lemons numbers on my phone. That's who it actually comes back to. And he looked up across to me. Apparently my name showed up on his phone. And he looked over in my direction at the house, and I was standing out in the front yard like I said, and his head went down, and I hear shit. Now, there's no way I could hear him from that distance, but yet I heard it. All these guys are using these electronics, right? They want to try to drive people crazy. They want you to jack them out of their car and mess them up. Actually, they want you to chase them down the street trying to get to them to mess them up while they run and hide behind everybody else. Now, Hollis down the road here, little blonde-headed Peter Puffer that he is, in his little wheelchair, this lying, coward sack of shit. He was a punk when he was little. He's just an oversized punk now, in a wheelchair. But this lying informant piece of trash. He's got a long face, long blonde hair, puffs on Peter. He's an informant for the task force. His family's all law enforcement. And he had a motorcycle wreck out in East Texas. That's what put him in that wheelchair. But apparently he's telling somebody that I put him in that wheelchair. No, well, never mind. I'm going to let that go. You need to stay away from me, wheelchair boy. I simply don't give a shit. I will feed you my tennis shoe for lunch. Family of freaks, so they're all inbred, like I said. East Texas law enforcement for the most of them. You can hear this one bitch going, the sheriff's department, we can do whatever we want. The sheriff's department's also using this shit called Medusa. And if you look up Medusa, it's a crowd deterrent, but it also says it has capability of making people hear voices, putting voices inside through your bone conduction and stuff like that. Ferguson, though, is also not only connected to the Davis family, but to the Miles family, or the Mills family over here. Ronald Mills, undercover narcotics agent, lives in a trailer over here with a bitch Sharon that they use for well, for whatever, alright. And she enjoys every inch of it. Don't let her fool you, alright? She may say she don't like her job, but she does. She enjoys every inch of it. That's her job. Get in, get names, yoda yoda, and report back to the cops. And in return, well, you know, like I said, she enjoys every inch of it. We got Doss Wilson, which is also Joseph Gray. The Gray family is also my ex-in-laws. My wife's ex-wife's aunt, I guess, had married into the Gray family. Law enforcement, computer science and stuff like that. Not all of them are cops. The ones that ain't cops, a lot of them work in the medical field, where they get some of this cool equipment, the EEG stuff and things like that they're using. One thing they all do have in common is they have their family tree online. And not all their family knows how sick they are. A lot of them do. And it's linked to other people, so you can't just make it all go away. They've actually changed their names on some of the residents' homes here in the neighborhood. How they did it, I don't know, but I got a cop that lives across the road over here. Actually, the one guy's not a cop. He's well, just Joe Public. But somehow or another, they switched the names on the residents, where when you type in that number, like doing a search of my address, 3724 Royal Crest, would list who we are, you know, basically. Do a search of their address, and it's got the cop's name there. Like, somebody don't like the boy. They trying to get somebody to run in on him, maybe, or something. Ralph Bonk over here on Arnold Drive. That's a piece of shit. I heard a girl hollering, third house from the corner. Imagine that, third house from the corner. Charlotte Ann Elliott, which is Charlotte Ann something something Elliott Brown or some shit like that. Married some homeboy. Loving every inch of it. She stole my damn money. And back in '05, when I heard that girl screaming and shit, '02 through '05, imagine that. There was only 4 two-story homes in the neighborhood. You're hearing somebody go, well, I don't know what they do upstairs. Alright, so we're looking for a two-story home. Only 4, one of them's empty, leaves 3. Robert Sissom's living in one of them, and yeah, there was some shit went on that night. That's the night I went around the corner and they moved that chick. But Charlotte over here also had one, and she's making a comment about Sharon lasted longer than any of them. Most of them don't even make it a month. And she's stalking me. They're all involved, like I said, Herrera is all Elliott, Fisher, Glass, Brandon Glass over in the trailer park, by the way, is a snitch. And they didn't just steal my money, they stole Melissa's money. Avlar back here, like I said. Now get this, Oviedo and Avlar. This cop, Oviedo, narcotics cop, was living right on the corner over here. This piece of shit moves 11 houses away from me. And lets Barbosa take over the house. Well, it's the same damn family, so why even move, man? Boom, huh? I mean, wow, don't that just blow your mind? Well, because nobody wants to man this punk up. And they've involved all the rest of y'all. I know some of y'all will be watching this like, Krista. Don't forget to call my boss, okay? Make sure you call him. Krista. Crystal is a child molester, by the way. And so is her son. He's supposed to be the mafia, but you can't never get him to come out and play. I'm an old man. Hell, I'm 50 years old. This dude's like 30-something years old. Claims to be mob. Hide behind his mommy. Mommy, help me. This running long. Anyway, I'm fixing to contact every organized criminal enterprise that I can think of, get a contact information. So if you have contact information for any organized crime syndicate, family, organized crime, family business, anything like that, please post it here or send it to me in a private email. Because the way I look at it, our federal government is going to let us, the American people, be screwed over by illegal immigrants, child molesters, corrupt cops that steal our dope and our money, and punks using electronics. They're not interested in helping? Well, maybe the other side is. Thanks for watching. Send me that information.